Hi everyone, this is the weekly PLT overview for November 30th through December 4th. First we have the weekly overview document, which we'll go over in a second. Next we have our trainings for this week. Make sure you update your grades and sync them to Canvas and Infinite Campus. Also, make sure you've completed your student-led conference form and submit it right here at this assignment. Next we had a couple of requests. First was a Naviance review video, so we brought that video back, as well as a OneDrive tutorial that shows you how to save, make folders, delete documents, and kind of organize your OneDrive. Next, we have all of the advisory information, and finally, we have the PLT checklist form that we hope you fill out at the end of the week. Let's look at our document. Here's our announcements for this week. The 2 days before winter break will be 7-hour days, just like they were before fall break. If you'd like the link to that schedule, again, it's right here. Also, Group D students are going to school 4 days a week and have been incorporated in your classroom. If you need help with teaching strategies, please contact James Neff. And finals are encouraged and may be completed the week prior as well as on finals day. You should give an end of the semester evaluation or summative meaningful activity or a preview teaser activity for the next semester. Just make sure what you're doing on finals day is meaningful for your students. Next, we'll go over trainings again. Make sure you've updated your grades and synced them to Canvas and Infinite Campus. Here is the link to the Naviance review video as well as the OneDrive video. We're going to add the Group D strategies there as well, and we'll continue to add them for the upcoming weeks. Also, a reminder to complete your student-led conferences form. The form can be found right here. And don't forget to fill out your Fill Your Bucket drops for your advisory students. Finally, an optional training would be the District Tech training that's taking place the week of November 30th through December 4th. Here's a link to that information. For advisory this week, the freshman advisors have been emailed by Rochelle Barr, so make sure you look at that email. Sophomores and seniors are doing the Kansas Community That Cares survey, and juniors are doing college and career research. If you're doing the Kansas Communities That Care survey, make sure that you check this form. Some parents have opted their students out of taking this survey. Thus, it is illegal for us to give that survey to them. Make sure you check it, and any students who are not supposed to take the survey do not take the survey, and they can use that time as a study hall. The survey will be completely electronic this year. The students can use a QR code or the link on the screen, and all of the information you need will be on the advisory slides. So any codes student needs, anything like that will be on those advisory slides. Finally, make sure your students complete the survey in one sitting. They cannot stop halfway through or it invalidates the data. The survey should last about 45 minutes. Here are our questions and answers. First, if we're going to return to a 5-day schedule, why are we not returning to our modified block? I think most teachers would prefer that schedule. We can use the 7-period schedule designed for the days before Thanksgiving and winter break to accommodate for the third lunch period, and advisory will be provided as usual on Wednesday. Well, here are the answers. There are a few reasons that would make our modified block difficult to run. One is to accommodate the lunch hour in our in-person 7-period day. Tuesday and Friday schedule requires 5th period to run from 11:07 to 1:19. Running this schedule 1 day a week with a 5th period that includes a 30-minute lunch, 48-minute class, and 44 to 49-minute study hall is doable, but having 3 days of this and a typical Wednesday 79-minute advisory flex time would take away from instructional time and distribute the study halls evenly compared to what is done for advisory flex time. Next, the following schedule would allow us to transition into from a full 5-day week schedule, hybrid schedule, and distance learning schedule without major modifications to the week schedule. And D, the reopening plan was a commitment made to be on a block to limit the amount of class transition periods. There is support at the district to allow for a Wednesday 1 through 7 schedule. This allows us to see our kids 3 days a week while limiting the amount of transition periods seen during our modified block, or a 5-day-a-week, 7-hour schedule. Our second question was, can we add an other option to number 3 for things like collaborating with Canvas help or self-teaching technology? Yes, we will be adding this next week. Please write out what the other was that you accomplished. Also, you are still required to complete the given task, but a great idea. Thanks for asking. Number 3, where can I find the link for strategies for Group D students? It's in the training section of this week's PLT, and it will be included in next week's. Number 4, can we do some retraining on Naviance for teachers? Absolutely, we put it in this week's training. Number 5, I've had some parents and students ask why we do not check everyone's temperature when they enter the building. Here's the answer. The district decided not to go beyond the recommendations and requirements of the CDC, KSDH, and RCHD to require temperature checks to enter the district's buildings for school and all other district school-sponsored events held at other venues. Number 6, will we be able to do the KCTC survey online if we are distance learning? Yes. Number 7, what if parents don't attend student-led conferences? Well, we absolutely want to have a parent or family member attend the student-led conference. If they don't, the student can still benefit from having another adult attend the student-led conference, their counselor, grade level principal, Mr. Dorst, or other trusted adults. At a bare minimum, our students can benefit from presenting their I-plan to their advisor. And here are some of the comments from this week. Number 1, could you help with putting documents on the OneDrive for faculty? We've given you a video for that. We hope it helps, and if you have specific questions, send them our way. Number 2 and number 3 are very similar. Good job, Mr. McClendon. You made a great compassion video, and we all really appreciate it. Thank you for writing that in there so that we can all remember to thank Mr. McClendon for that great job. Number 4, if a student's on the USD383.org website, on the Students tab, and choose a link on the wrong table because elementary and middle school show up there, they may not be successful in logging in because they did not know exactly where the resource is. Good point. We'll think about how we can help our students with finding that, maybe through advisory. Number 5, free online whiteboard tool. Miss Rapp sent this to us. Sounds like a great tool. Check it out at that link. Number 6, a comment on student-led conferences. I'm not a fan of having a whole month to do these. Over about the last 15 days of school, I've had 12 conferences on 10 of those days. It seems like every time I have some free time, whether in school or at home, I have a student-led conference scheduled. Next semester, I will select one week and have them sign up that week so we can get them all taken care of and be done. Here's the answer, or some thoughts. The reason student-led conferences were an entire month was because remote teachers have between 25 and 35 advisory students, so it gave them more time. However, you're absolutely right. It's a great way to create and organize things that work for you when you have that amount of time. So next semester, we'll incorporate ideas for how to organize your student-led conference time so that you can better spend the time you have. Number 7, www.classkick.com is a new website used last week by Miss Clark. She says it's great for monitoring students while they're doing activities, so check that out. And finally, thanks, Miss Warren. You sent us a video on typing feedback and predictive text on iPad for students. We really appreciate all of the things you're sending in. Thanks. I hope you all had a great fall break and have a great week.